We are on the brink of this man, this courageous, heroic, sacrificing journalist being brought here and put through this horrible show trial that they have planned for him in Alexandria, Virginia. It's important that everybody come out here as often as you can. We really need to make this a mass movement if we're going to save Julian Assange and this fragile ersatz democracy that we have here. So I urge everybody. I want to thank the truck over there. $5 a gallon, that must be diesel, so that's probably $8 a gallon.
This impacts literally everything else that we care about. If you care about environmental issues, if you care about healthcare, if you care about education, if you care about free Palestine, it doesn't matter what you care about. What's happening to Julian Assange directly impacts that. We cannot effectively fight for anything that we care about unless we have the ability to share information, to educate ourselves, to have conversations. So we need to fight this fight with everything that we have, and we need to do it right now. Julian is running out of time. His health has been declining for some time. He had a mini stroke in October. He doesn't have the time to wait. There's only one decision!
No extradition!
There's only one decision!
No extradition!
We have to save Julian's life. We have to resurrect press freedom because it's already fucking dead, okay? We have to resurrect press freedom. We have to make sure the U.S. can't gain international jurisdiction over the free press. We have to fight that precedent, and we have to take some sort of moves to help those war crime victims get justice. And it starts with fighting for Assange. We can do so many things by fighting for Assange, and more than anything, just want him fucking free.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for standing with Assange. Free Julian Assange. Free Julian Assange.
Free Julian Assange.
Free Julian Assange.
Free Julian Assange.
All right. Free Leonard Peltier and Mumia and all political prisoners.
Free Assange!
Free Assange.
Free Assange!
Free Assange.
Awesome.
So it's 3 years today since Julian Assange was illegally dragged out of the Ecuadorian embassy in London. And we all have those images seared into our consciousness, seared into our minds. We remember his face and what he said. He said, keep fighting, right? We have to keep resisting. And that's what we're doing here today.
I'm an anti-imperialist, and it's because of inspirations like Julian, and he deserves to be here with his family. He deserves to be free because journalism isn't a crime. War crimes are a crime, and the truth is the beginning to fighting war. Thank you very much.
At this point, a lot of us have really lost that bit of hope, and we're just waiting for this next shoe to drop, for them to finally say that Julian Assange is indeed getting extradited to the United States. And when that happens, we have to be prepared. We can't wait for somebody to organize something. We have to have a plan in place because honestly, it looks like that is the way it's going to go. And we can't wait weeks until after he gets here for us to say something. Once he is here, that is the time to act. That is the time to get it in people's faces. And even like while these court hearings are, while we're waiting for it, now is a good time to remind people what it is that we're fighting for. What did Julian Assange expose to us? What's your favorite leaks?
We live in a fascistic state. And of course, a fascistic state is going to go after somebody who is telling the truth. Nothing WikiLeaks has ever revealed has not been true. Everything has been true. Not one lie has ever been told. Julian Assange does nothing but tell the truth. And in a time of universal deceit, telling the truth is a revolutionary act. Julian Assange is a revolutionary. And so is every one of us here for supporting him and speaking out against this corporate state, against all odds, fighting this uphill battle against totalitarianism, against authoritarianism, against fascism. And Julian Assange is a hero, straight up. That's it. It's that simple.
In any country with even a semblance of a justice system, the Department of Justice would have already dropped this case because they'd be so embarrassed by the fact that their star witness is not only a convicted sex offender, diagnosed sociopath, but also recanted his testimony. Okay, that's a big deal. That should be a big deal. The Department of Justice should be running away from this case. Also remind people this has nothing to do with Trump or Hillary Clinton. His alleged crimes, which is just revealing the truth, have to do with things from the wars, the Iraq War. It has to do with collateral murder.
There's so many ways to contribute, and if you see someone raising money to go protest for Julian, to do anything like that, at the very least share the link. At the very least, it helps. Also, there's going to be a whole lot of us needing help to go to Virginia coming up. So we want to make sure we have everyone's back, and just to continue this camaraderie that we have in supporting everyone and making sure that as many voices as possible have a chance to get heard.
Julian is a true hero of all working people, all anti-fascist people, all people that stand against U.S. and Western imperialism in the world. They want Julian. They say he committed a crime. Just the way they locked up Chelsea. Just the way they locked up, I don't remember his name, but he's in Alexandria, Virginia jail with Chelsea. We were there a couple of years ago to demand his release also. This has been a ploy of the U.S. government to lie and bring charges against those that expose the truth. This is why they keep Mumia Abu-Jamal locked up. This is why they keep Leonard Peltier locked up. This is why they keep so many Native American warriors who have fought for the rights of Native American lands locked up, because they expose the truth of the U.S. government and the collusion of these multinational corporations.
There's only one decision. No extradition.
What hurts our security more? The United States military committing war crimes, or someone releasing them? I mean, it's quite simple. I mean, unless if you're just an absolute bootlicker and you're not okay with the U.S. being embarrassed, then I'd say that you should make it your point to make it so that the U.S. doesn't commit war crimes, because the U.S. is at least pretending to commit those war crimes in your name, even though at the end of the day they hate you, because the Espionage Act criminalizes giving national security secrets over to a foreign enemy. And Assange published the Iraq and Afghan war logs to the American public. The American public is not a foreign enemy. So in this instance, the U.S. views you as the foreign enemy. It's not just Assange that they don't like for exposing their war crimes. They also view you as the foreign enemy because they don't want people to know of the war crimes they committed. And one of the first steps that you can take towards creating a world with more justice is to hold those who perpetrated these war crimes accountable, to make sure that it's not the messenger that's suffering as a result of the war crimes that were not committed by them. Because Julian had nothing to do with an Apache helicopter gunning down 2 Reuters journalists and several innocent civilians, including children, in a suburb in Baghdad in 2007. That's the collateral murder video. So if they're antagonistic towards Julian, then I suggest that they watch the collateral murder video. I suggest that, quite frankly, everybody watch the collateral murder video to know what the empire is pretending to do, is doing, pretending to have it be done in your name.